CVS, I remembered that I had a $2 off because CVS has the extra care, membership, I guess, extra care membership where you get discounts, and I had a 40% off coupon plus $2 extra care bucks. So instead of paying $9 plus tax or $8.99 for this at CVS, it's 12 ounces of organic black chia seeds. I paid $4.07. Not a bad deal. I did splurge on more honey though, because especially the first day of a fast, all those like active taste buds are gonna be making me want to eat probably. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of this lemon juice, which I made at the end of the last stream, which is lemon, water, mate tea, yerba mate, and Celtic salt. But this recipe that I'm gonna make now is an improved pumpkin seed cheese, whereas it used to be just basically pumpkin seeds. Now I've added the the chia. So I'm just looking where I might be able to put this camera stand. It's not really a good camera stand, but this is all I got to work with right now. What about this thing over here? Let me just see. So I got this. Maybe this can connect to something. I'm just looking at these things here. Yeah, I don't know. What if I put this? Let's see here. Oh, hold on. I think we got something here. Put this like this. How's that? That's not too bad, I don't think. What do you think? I don't think that's too bad. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Okay. Could be a little closer, but whatever's. We could always zoom in, right? Alright. So, this segment is brought to you by Vitamix. It's the only blender that I recommend. And this is one of the reasons why. It's called dry blending. Dry blending is when you just want to blend something and there's no liquid. So if you go to a smoothie place, they might not need a Vitamix because they're only making smoothies. And smoothies have, liquid in it, ice. They use ice or almond milk or whatever. If you want to make chia into a flour, you may have to use the tamper, but you may not. This I probably won't. But if I was to fill this, which I am, I'm gonna fill this up, to probably the whole thing, and then I'm gonna add the chia back in once everything's blended. So there's gonna be little to no manageable liquid. So I'm gonna have to use the tamper to plunge it down. But this Vitamix can do it all. So this is called dry blending, and what we've done is taken the chia, just put it straight in, and then all you got to do is turn it on high, and it will take that chia and turn it into chia flour. Like any type of flour that you would use in a recipe. Chia is a really great substitute because it's so hydrophilic. It just sucks up all the water. Okay, that was easy. Okay, so like I said, it's going to go back in. So for now, I'll just put it in this container. Let's put it in there for now. I was told chia is the most powerful seed on earth. So I'm really happy that I'm able to use it, in a commercial recipe. So we live in a time where a lot of science is pointing in the same direction, being a kind of a universal menu that's healthy for people and also the environment. And let's see. It's a battle that's going on in the marketplace. So Master Lukey brand is a tank. So you have a right here you have a cheddar cheese that fights against environmental destruction in the form of animal agriculture. All right. I'm going to write this recipe down. Here's my recipe book. Work in progress recipes, Let's see, we have dino cheese. Okay, 3 cups pumpkin seed, half cup H2O. Okay, so this is old. This was the recipe, and we're going to update that. Running out of pages here. Ginger tracks. Ooh, that's a good one. That's like a ginger snap cookie in the form of dinosaur footprints. So we're going to put my logo, my new one with the M. Scroll. And this is Dino. Cheese. Okay, so right here is 6 cups pumpkin seed. Okay, next we're going to do the apple cider vinegar. And let's see, how much vinegar we're gonna put? We're gonna put let's see, we got 1 cup here, so that's what I'll use. One cup apple cider vinegar. All right. Let's go equal parts water. So I got some water in a jug here. 1 cup water. Okay. Let's mark that down. 1 cup ACV, 1 cup H2O. Now, Celtic salt. I got a 1/4 cup right here. This is my Dino cheese recipe. New and improved recipe. Somebody on my Instagram ordered it, and I'm going to ship it to him. I believe he's in Ohio. But I'm also going to ship one to my brother in Queens, and then maybe one of my friends in the Bronx. The first time I ever had a perishable recipe that I'm going to try shipping, so we'll see. Here's a 1/4 cup of salt. Ooh, it seems like a lot. But then I got to remember that the chia is gonna really turn down the flavor. The chia just muffles everything. Do I use marijuana in any of my stuff? Yes, I do. I have made marijuana edibles, and I've shipped them out in the form of what did I make? I made fruit chews. Those are easy to ship. What I have right now in the fridge is more like a yogurt, so I can't ship that, but I can make marijuana edibles for shipping. I have done that before. Okay, yeah, this is the first time that I'm shipping cheese because I guess you could say it's perishable, although it's going to last a long time in the fridge and the freezer especially. As far as marijuana, that would I don't use my website for that anymore, just because I wasn't really making any money on it, and it's technically not legal. So if that's something that you want to learn more about, I can definitely tell you, in private message. So what I have here is what I have here: 6 cups pumpkin seeds, 1 cup ACV, 1 cup H2O, and we got a 1/4 cup Celtic salt. This recipe is on my website, though. It's a pumpkin seed cheese called Dino cheese. So now I have to blend everything down, then I'm going to put the chia in and blend it again. Okay. So my brother, if I didn't tell you already, my brother, he's expressed interest, and we started the ball rolling on making this a product. He wants to do farmers market, but if it's done properly, it could be anywhere as a standalone. I could just have a table in any market with these, and then just like cut sliced apples or something, put it on there or whatever. It could be anything. Could take it into a house. Now, one way to do this next part is to just put the chia on top, but I actually want to put it in the bottom. So let me get another container here. You know what? I'll use a bowl. Use a bowl because that's easy. Let's push this over here for a second. Yeah, so this is my recipe. This is the one that I'm going with, you know. It fits into a lot of categories that are kind of like buzzwords. Like keto, it fits into keto, fits into paleo, fits into vegan, fits into, you know, of course, vegetarian, fits into protein, fits into, you know, heart healthy, diabetes. Pumpkin seeds really is a super food that it just does so many things. It's high in magnesium. And this is a recipe that, this particular recipe wasn't prescribed to me, but Dr. Jubb, because of my brain injury, he taught me a particular use of pumpkin seeds. And then, you know, me using pumpkin seeds and that way that he taught me kind of led me to this recipe. It really is his recipe that I used to call Dino Scales, where I would just take the pumpkin seeds and just basically soak them, dehydrate them, but then making them into a kind of a grated Parmesan, a dry cheese, and then eventually making them more into a wet style here, a cheddar style. So took all that, I'm going to put it back in on top of the chia. What the flip, I hope you achieve all the success you dream of. Take care from a fan who learned of you after knocking out Sammy on Tough. Thank you. I really hope that I can be successful too. I'm tired of taking L's. I want to get back in the W column. So we have 8 cups of material. So depending on how many cups this is, I probably have enough for 4 cheeses right now. I'm going to add another cup of this here, the chia. 1 cup chia flour. So I'm just going to dry off. I'm going to dry off this container here. And thank you for writing, Flip. Appreciate that. And thanks for tuning in, because, you know, I'm still going to try to get my 4,000 view hours and monetize this channel. not with ads, but maybe with super chat or something. I would like to be able to not have to look at the phone to see the chat. So maybe with super chat, it could be like talk to text or excuse me, text to talk type of deal, where I could just hear things, you know. Um, yeah. So who knows what's gonna happen with YouTube? I heard that they're taking down channels about alternative medicine. So who knows if it's even gonna pan out like I think it is. But I gotta go for it regardless, right? So here's chia flour. I'm putting it in the cup measurement. I'm gonna dump it in at the bottom. I don't want to put too much because chia will really basically take as much flavor as I have and cut it in half. So if my flavor is at a 10, now it's at a 5. It's just chia just absorbs everything. It's the way, it's nature. Very absorptive. Okay. So we're gonna put this back in on top. And then I'm gonna use this tamper again. Okay. This is the tamper, also known as the plunger. And so now I'm gonna push everything together. And then we'll taste test. Oh boy. That's not good. I think that was a mistake the way I just did it. Oh. Well, everything was already blended, so it's not the end of the world. But we gotta figure out a better way to mix. I was afraid of okay. I was afraid of putting the chia on top of the pumpkin seeds, but I feel like now that probably would have been the best bet. All right. Well, like I said, it's all blended already, so it's really just a matter of mixing. So what I'll do is scrape this all off and mix by hand with the potato masher, or the straight masher. If you don't even want to say potato anymore. Potato is no good. Okay, so we gotta put everything in here. Fold up my sleeve. It's crunch time. Time to roll up the sleeves. 2021. There's no time to lose. Okay. The chia, when I started putting the chia in the past couple of times I made this recipe, it really holds the cheese together in a way that's almost like a casein. Casein, which is kind of like gluten, which is like it makes it sticky. For the same reason why you don't want it in your body, casein. Uh, it makes it gives it imparts a quality to the texture of the cheese, which makes it gooey. And so by using chia, I can get, it's not casein, it's not gooey, it's not goo, but it makes the recipe comparable. Comparable to kind of a hard cheddar. All right. So let's see how that works. Might have to add more, maybe. I gotta taste test it, and then I guess I should probably wait to see what the texture is like when it sets. So I'm gonna put it in the fridge for at least a few hours, probably overnight. So the chia is darker. I gotta make it a more uniform color here instead of a dark streaks. Pumpkin seed in there. I could leave it there, but whatever. Okay. Okay. Now, let's just clean this off. Yeah, just from feeling it on the spatula, from feeling it as I'm mixing by hand, I can see that this is probably going to be good enough as a recipe, as is. As long as it tastes good, which I'll check. In a second. Okay. Get this in a pile. Make it easy to scoop. Ah! Sink. Alright. Tell you what. Let's have a little taste. Flavor is spot on. That tastes like cheddar. 1,000,000%. Million percent, that's cheddar right there. Okay. Now, you gotta take 1, 2, 3 cheeses. Happy New Year, Kevin. Thank you. Kevin, were you the one who told me about the buckwheat pillow for my dad? Because I feel like you did. You heard him on stream or something complaining about his neck, and you're like, yo, check out a buckwheat pillow. I think that was you, Kev. And if so, I just want to let you know that I got him one for Christmas. And then I also got myself one with an Amazon gift card that I got as a gift. Last night was the first night that I slept on it. It was great. So I want to thank you, Kevin, if you were the one who did recommend that. Money well spent. Thank you so much. I did. Hope it helps. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I immediately could tell. Now, I got it off your recommendation alone from my dad. And then he told me the first night he used it, he said it was good. And then, with the money that I had from my Amazon gift card, like I said, I got myself one. And immediately when I started to use it, I was laying down on my bed watching a movie. I immediately felt how it's so sturdy that it supports my neck in a way that no other pillow has ever done. The way that, I wouldn't call it memory foam, but the way that the buckwheat kind of settles and your neck can settle right into it, I immediately felt supported in my neck, in my head. And then because I was so supported, my muscles were able to fully relax into the pillow. Whereas other pillows, they didn't quite really settle or give me the support that the buckwheat pillow does. And my even tiny little muscles in the neck there weren't able to relax as well because because they had to work really. They had to work even on just like maybe by not allowing the head to turn. But I tried the buckwheat pillow, like I said, last night. First night I used it because it came in the mail yesterday. And my neck is no problem today whatsoever. And when I was just laying there, it just felt super comfortable. And it's a great recommendation. So I'm really appreciative, Kevin. Thank you so much. And that's something that's really a necessity for me, especially with my neck issues. Having bone spur, vertebrae that are out of alignment, muscles that are injured and overworked and unrested. It's really a necessity for me to have good neck support. You the man. This isn't the spatula that fell on the floor. It's a different one. But trying to even this out without it being lumpy. So we got that flat pretty much. Try to make this smooth on one side here. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to refrigerate it. Then I think what I'm going to do next is unpack it. And when I say unpack, I mean take it out of the plastic here and put it on a wax paper and then freeze it. I think I'm going to freeze it, and then once I freeze it, then I'm going to package it in a package. Like I don't want to use the vacuum sealer at this point because I think it will deform. It will kind of like squish it by sucking it too hard. Oh. So I'm going to freeze it before I vacuum seal it. So for now, I'll just refrigerate this. Or, yeah, let me try that. I'll refrigerate it first. Okay, so I'm putting this in the fridge right now. Okay, I'm do another one. Sir Doyle. Yo, Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What?
I said Happy New Year.
Hope it's better than the last one.
I hear you on that.
So we're going to see you next week, Friday?
You got it.
Excellent.
We're going to meet at the gym again.
Awesome.
I'm going to do a workout. Try to make a... Hopefully I can feed you too.
That'd be cool.
Just making some cheese right now.
Silky cheese?
Yes, sir. Dino cheese.
I get fake cheese at the supermarket, the Sandy supermarket. It's what do you call it? It's
Fake cheese? Cool.
fake cheese. They sell it there. They sell it at the supermarket. Yeah. That name of the supermarket.
Yeah, is that what you get? You get fake cheese there?
Yeah, when I can, somebody get paid, somebody they call that fake cheese.
Okay.
I want to have your cheese. Your cheese is good, right?
I'm working on it. Trying to make it a good one.
Excellent. Well, you know,
True.
Yep.
What one man can do, another can do.
Yep. I had pizza. I had vegan pizza.
Oh yeah.
That was good too.
All right, bro.
This thing is made in the pizza guy. It's called the vegan trick basically. What would they call it? They call it. I forget what they call it.
I hear you.
So what are you eating now?
I'm just making the cheese right now.
Awesome.
Gotta put it in the fridge, let it sit.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
would you consider coming to my church?
I honestly probably don't have any time, bro.
What about Sunday morning?
Sunday morning, I'm with my kids. Maybe once I get this recipe down, we can go to like a church function and tell people about it.
What about my church?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We'll write a song about dino cheese, and then we'll sing the song.
I think we might do that in church. He's a conservative pastor.
Well, it wouldn't be at the church. It would be at like a church function, like maybe a bake sale or something. Do they have bake sales and stuff?
Not really. But sometimes they have all food there.
There you go.
Have you heard from your ex recently?
No.
All I'd like to say is she's your dog, Charlie Brown.
I don't know, man. It feels like it's over this time.
It is?
Feels like it. I don't know. It feels different.
She was no good for you anyway. You could do a lot better than her. It's not like a lot of girls you go with, like, you can do a lot better than her. I mean, you gotta raise your standard.
I probably should be single for a while I work on my business.
Yeah. And when you do find someone, raise your standards a little bit. You know?
I know.
Because the girls you're hanging out with, they don't want your time. You know what a decent girl? I got looking anyway. Remember the dating game you went on?
Yeah.
Did they fix it for you to win? She
Yeah.
knew who you were and everything? She was pretty decent.
That's funny.
Yeah, she was okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She looked well. We gotta get the president on our show. We gotta get Trump on our show.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Think we can do that?
I hope so, bro.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
You haven't
I
heard
think
from
we
Trump
can
in
get
a
him on our
while?
show.
I think he's been pretty busy lately.
Yep. All these people messing with him.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
You know what I think is good?
So,
He's not mandating the vaccine. But I think the Democrats will mandate it.
Yeah.
I think he allowed it because he had no choice, but he wasn't mandating it.
Uh-huh.
But I think the Democrats are trying to mandate it,
I see.
which isn't good. You
Right
think
back there.
Democrats are going to try to mandate it?
Oh gosh, I hope not. Excuse me.
Yeah.
All right, I just made 3 cheeses,
Yeah.
and one of them is going to Alex on Instagram. Another one I'm gonna send to my brother, and another one I think I'm gonna send to my friend in the Bronx.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna taste test. I'm gonna taste test this and make sure that it's good to send out. If you want to buy some cheese, just go to masterluki.com, where it says Life Food, or if you just want to go straight there, it's lifefoodcertified.com. And on both those pages, there's an About section which has all my contact information for any personal questions about health or martial arts or anything. Today's Sunday, so tomorrow's Monday. I'll be streaming from the gym, and I'll just keep updating you guys as to my mission. Okay, I got to put Hospital Gate on it.
Hashtag Hospitagate. So they can find it whenever you look up hashtag Hospitagate.
It's a mission to save people and protect them. That's what the word samurai means, caretaker. So we're in a battle.
Hospitagate because there's garbage going on in the healthcare system.
Yes, the healthcare system is supposed to keep people and make people healthy.
And our videos show people that they're not doing that.
We're documenting our fight.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you get me worried about my channel yet?
No. No word about that.
I wonder who did all that to us. You think it was Kool-Aid?
Well, I think it was anybody who was implicated.
Yeah. So it could have been Obama.
They say stuff's about to happen, so we're gonna have to just stay tuned.
Yeah. I had a friend who had people comment on his Facebook page against socialism. They deleted all the comments.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Sir Doyle. So I guess I'll see you on Friday.
Definitely.
All right, looking forward to it.
All right.
God bless you. Bye. Let's see. I have 2 apples that I'm gonna, I guess, eat with this cheese. I probably shouldn't. I probably should just eat the cheese, right? Let me get the apples anyway. Hold on, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Sorry. I had to go fish these out of the, shit. Fish these out of the garbage. Because, when I bought these, I was hungry, and then I ate them. And then I was like, not hungry anymore. Let me just get them out of my sight so I can start fasting again. And then today happened when Alex made his order. So I'm using that as an excuse to eat. When I really should just be fasting to the bone. But if I just eat this, I can say it's a ritual for my brand. I'm rededicating my intention to Dino Cheese. So literally every meal from now on is always going to have Dino Cheese. So whether I'm on tour, you know, if I go to another gym and I bring a Dino Cheese for the after party, you know, when people are like, oh, we just worked out, so, you know, let's have a meal together. A lot of people do that, right? But so I can have something where, at the worst case scenario, that's all I'll need. You know, if they're like, oh, you know, all we're gonna have is burgers. Well, everybody's eating burgers. I'm obviously not gonna do that, but you know, if it's a meal that we all make, maybe I could get something and, you know, like make a something like, I can make something like apples and cheese, like right now, or I can make something like what do you call it? What's another thing that I can make with this? Pumpkins, you know, like squash and cheese, or some type of salad, or whatever. Burritos. So for every meal from now on, as a dedication to my cheese here, to make this, to put my energy into this cheese, to make it a product, a standalone product. That's the law of attraction, right? That's what I want to exist. So I dedicate myself to this, that, and this. Oh, sorry, Kev. I didn't see you there when Sir Doyle was on the phone. So the three people that are getting these cheeses, one is supporting me as an entrepreneur and a health entrepreneur. The other one's my brother. He's he wants to go into business together. And the other one is a friend of the Life Food family. So they're the ones who will probably give me the best feedback in terms of taste. Okay, Dave wants to have no do French press. Yerba mate in the French press. He's all right. I just put it in there with hot water and pressed it down. Then I added honey and lemon. We got a comment from Rick. Yay, upgrades. That's what's really good. Upgrade. People talking about a 5D upgrade. We're gonna go 5D upgrade. 2021 prediction. Psychic Nikki gives her predictions for 2021. Okay, we got to see this. Okay. Hold on.
With 2020 behind us, we're all looking towards the future. So that's why we asked Psychic Nikki what she's seeing for us in 2021 and beyond. And she gave us her predictions on everything from the pandemic, the economy, sports, and all the best celebrity gossip.
I know people want to hear about the pandemic, but you know what? I think by spring, summer, and especially fall of 2021, it should start to dissipate. And then we're going to try to go back to normality. This is a year of transition. Okay, this year is a transitionary year, but by 2022, everything will be back to normal. The biggest surprise will be maybe in the United States. Like, I don't see Biden there forever either. I think he is going to be there for a little while, and then I think he may have some health issues, and then a woman will precede him, which probably is Kamala Harris. Everything will go back to normal in 2021, or sorry, 2022, 2023. People will be so happy about not being cooped up at home. So the hospitality industry will actually be better then. It will. It'll go back to normal. I mean, people are still going to order food from home and work from home for a while. I know in the financial district, it looks like a ghost town right now. But I feel that, they're still going to be working from home. But I just see it more prosperous, and I see people moving around again. I do. A lot of things happening in Canada. Politically, there's a lot of people stepping down. I'm really getting that. Some people are going to resign too. I feel that some politicians will resign. I think 2022, 2023 for the Raptors again. I think they're going to win. I really feel that. I see that. Absolutely. And the Maple Leafs, and the Blue Jays might even do well. So not only is this a transitionary year for people, it's also a transitionary year for all the sports teams. Tom Cruise, I'm worried about his health, and I'm worried about him. It won't be a great year for him or for Miley Cyrus. I'm getting that. I think Chadwick Boseman is going to actually win a lot of awards. I think Viola Davis I see her possibly getting an Oscar. Norman.
Okay, really? 5D consciousness. Okay, what's this mean?
Hi everyone, I wanted to do a follow-up video on a previous video I put out there on the ascension process and how we're moving into a 5D consciousness on the planet right now. And so really what's happening is that the energies are shifting, and there's a lot of patterns in the collective that are coming up for us that are shaking things up and giving us the opportunity to reset and more intentionally move forward in our lives, in our world, co-creating with love and in a place of higher truth and in the highest and best good of all. And so it's a really intense time. Yes, many of us are experiencing some discomfort as we move through this, growing pains. And a lot is coming up for us, patterns, old ways of being, things that don't serve us, that we can't ignore. We're being forced to look at and deal with. And for a lot of us, release and let go, which again can be very uncomfortable. But all this lower frequency energy is being released, which is a gift, because out with the old and with the new, we make room to raise our vibrations and move into our highest potential as spiritual beings living this human experience. And so I wanted to share with you a list of ascension symptoms that I know I personally have experienced almost all of these, and many of my clients have. And I got a post on it on Facebook. It was part of an empath support group. And just to remind you, an empath is anyone who is ultra sensitive to spiritual energies and has a very strong heightened sense of intuition and relies and trusts their inner compass, their feelings as their guidance, okay? And so I assume if you're tuning into this and this is speaking to you, that you also are an empath, and to really honor that and trust all of the ascension symptoms that you are going through. And before I share these with you, one last thing on this. Our mind is really quick to jump to a conclusion. If we have a low-grade temperature, or if we are feeling off, or we have a headache or a sore throat, we start to jump to, oh my gosh, I'm getting the coronavirus, or I'm getting sick. And while for some people that unfortunately could be the case, but so often, I know myself included, it comes and goes. 1 minute I'm fine, the next minute I have one of these symptoms, and an hour later I'm back to normal. Okay, so it comes in waves. It comes out of the blue. It's short-lived, but it can be pretty frequent as we move through the energies shifting on our planet. So I want to share these with you so that when they come up for you, you go within and you ask your higher self and you ask your guides, is this what's coming up for me? Is this an ascension symptom? And if so, help me to embrace it and help me to learn, the message from this and to release it if it's no longer serving me. The symptoms are severe anxiety and depression.
Oh, man.
Nausea and indigestion. Headaches and migraines out of nowhere. Dizziness and clumsiness. Vivid dreams and nightmares. Pressure or heaviness on the body. Memories or people from the past coming up.
Oh, shit.
Increased synchronicities. Repeating number sequences. Neck and shoulder tightness. Joint pain. Low-grade temperature. Sore throat. anger and irritability, ending relationships, feeling called for a higher purpose, exhaustion, insomnia, and waking up frequently at night, animals acting strange, and spiritual awakening. And so these are all common symptoms of you moving
Animals acting strange. What about people?
through the death of the ego, moving out of the lower vibrations of the 3D and moving into the higher, more refined vibrations of the 5D consciousness and your higher self, your spirit. Okay? So
Sir Doyle, what's up? Kevin says, Happy New Year to you, Sir Doyle.
while some of this can be uncomfortable, see it as a gift and recognize it as, it's an essential part of your growth. Again, just growing pains that hopefully will be short-lived and well worth it as you raise your vibration and you move into this lighter, brighter, freer time that is in store for all of us who are willing to release the old and embrace the potential and embrace this shift that is happening. And so if you're struggling with that, I would just encourage you to spend more time in prayer and meditation, calling in your guides and asking them to support you and to show you how to best, nurture and take care of yourself. As always, I am wishing you brightest blessings and all love.
Damn. She got 4,002 and 4.28, so 4,250 subscribers. Rebecca Rosen. 22,000 views, May 28th, 2020. So that's kind of old. All right. Let's see this one real quick. 2.5 minutes.
Some of you are saying things just got very real on the planet. From our perspective, we would say things have been getting very real for a very long time. But this is the first, biggest, most overt, third-dimensional demonstration of things getting real energetically on your planet than you have had in 2 decades. And 2 decades ago, the consciousness on the planet was not the same. So breathe. You were built for these times. You were built to remember that this story has all played out before. We will say that again. This story has all played out before. But this time, the circumstances are different. You are coming to the end of Earth karma. That does not mean Earth itself is going away. But you are coming to the end of the karmic cycles on Earth that have kept so many of you enslaved. And you will see between now and 2050 an extraordinary axis shift on this planet. All who walk the earth, remember. Remember. the time of awakening. There is so much to remember.
Wow. That gave me chills when the guy did the chanting. We'll go back. That part.
It is the time of awakening. There is so much to remember.
Oof, that gave me chills. I think that's going to be it. There's a lot of videos we could watch here.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with AstroShaman.com, and I'd like to take a look a few months ahead to the extraordinary Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on December 21 of 2020. As a bit of overview here, we're, of course, as I record this at the beginning of August 2020, we're still in the midst of the Jupiter-Saturn-Pluto triple conjunction that we've been working with all year and that will still remain strong through early December. And this is the energy, to just nutshell it, of profound breakdown and destruction of that which does not serve, and the new structures that do serve arising out of those ashes. So when Pluto, Saturn especially get intense, it gets really intense. If you'd like to go back and check an overview of all that history of that, I'll have a link to my April 4 forecast. Technically it's for the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, but I also get into the Saturn part of it, and you can link to all the previous relevant content from that post. But I'm going to not dwell so much on that. I mean, we're all in the midst of the Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto right now as I record this. And of course, we have the coronavirus that won't go away. And we've got the Black Lives Matter finally gaining widespread acceptance. So a lot is happening, a lot of challenge, and in my opinion, a lot of really wonderful things as well. So, but I want to look forward to this amazing moment. Technically, it's December 21, 2020. In this chart that I'm showing you, Jupiter and Saturn are exactly conjunct at 0 degrees, 29 minutes Aquarius. And that's the point I want to make. If anything is going to mark the launch of the age of Aquarius, this has got to be it, in my opinion. So let me explain a little about the Jupiter-Saturn thing. In ancient astrology, before they knew about anything beyond Saturn, the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn was the biggest deal they had. That was the mega event. And to have them come together, which happened every 20 years, was called the Great Conjunction.
Wow.
And what I think is extraordinary about this, especially on the heels of all this intensity we're having this year, is here's the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction at the first degree of Aquarius. And here we are moving into the Aquarian age. So this classic, traditional marker of major new stuff happening, major turning point, major beginning, the beginning of the most potent cycle the ancients even knew about, is marked at this moment. And the synchronicity with it coming right on the heels of the winter solstice. At this point, the sun is at 0 degrees, 24 minutes. We're not even half a day past the winter solstice yet. And here we have Jupiter, Saturn conjoining at the first degree of Aquarius. That is extraordinary synchronicity, in my opinion. And I present this as a message of hope. When we're in times as challenging as these, we need a ray of light to look forward to. Now, I'm not making a claim that at the very instant of this conjunction, the bright light will break through and all our problems are solved. I think we're in a bit of a longer term process than that. My own personal belief is that we've got 5,000 years of toxic patriarchy and dominator culture to clear. And what's happening is, instead of just a snap of the finger and we're clear, all of it has to be purged up, seen, processed, and recognized by the collective. So we're in the midst of that process right now. That's why the shifting from a dark age to a golden age is so messy, because all the old mess has to be cleaned up. So that's what we're in the midst of right now. There's a few nuances. This is not a complete interpretation of this Jupiter-Saturn moment, but I just want to point out a couple of things that look really interesting to me. The sun at 0.5 Capricorn is about 1 degree up conjunction to Mercury around 1.5 Capricorn. So this says to me, there's a new message here. There's a new learning that needs to be had, a new message to be shared. I'm also excited about over in late Pisces and early Aries, we've got the moon and Chiron conjunct. Moon's around 28.5 Pisces, Chiron's around 5 degrees Aries. Moon, Chiron together is emotional healing. In mundane charts like this, the moon represents by the way, mundane doesn't mean boring. It just means having to relate to the larger world and not just one person. So Moon Chiron is healing Chiron of the collective, the moon. And that's really exciting. There's also a lot of power behind this. There is a Mars-Pluto square that is like within half a degree of exact here. It's amazing. So Mars-Pluto square is very potent, very powerful, and can really make things happen and get a lot of energy going. A couple of more subtleties I'll mention around this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Pallas Athena, the asteroid goddess of strategy, cunning, do it smart, and also fighting when necessary, is there. I prefer to use Pallas for negotiation and strategy and diplomacy more than for fisticuffs. But there she is, about 4 degrees past Jupiter and Saturn. She's already in Aquarius there, saying we need to be smart, strategic, use our intellect wisely, use our, plan this out. Don't just wing it totally. I mean, I'm all about being guided by intuition, but Pallas says we need some conscious strategy if we're going to really make this work optimally. So those are there's also other nuances here, but I wanted to just share that much around this. I'm pretty excited about this. And I wanted to just, again, we're still a few months from this, obviously, but just to let you know, I know we're in a lot of difficult things right now. This shining ray of light, this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on December 21 is very exciting. And I think after this happens, there's going to be some really notable shifts. And I personally am believing that the divine consciousness is going to spread more easily and broadly after this. So just wanted to give that heads up on that. It's actually rare that I do one of these extra videos that's actually about astrology. So
wow,
love that too. So that's it. Thanks for listening. I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. If you'd like to work with me individually, you can go to...
Yo, that was good, Benjamin Bernstein. It gives me hope this year. It gives me hope that this year is going to be a good year, my guy. So Doyle, if you're still watching. Or anybody watching right now. I hope that we're going to have a really great year. You know what? Actually, at this point, I'll take a good year. Something's got to happen. I can't have another year like this year. This year, it just felt like a waste to me. Oh, all right, let me get rid of this garbage. Now, maybe we'll watch one more video because what time is it? 5:20. Excuse me, 5:40. I think I'm having somebody come over. So, I'm not sure if I should shower or not. I showered last night, but, These the year of reckoning. What is reckoning? Is that good or bad? I don't want to pick a bad message.
The following is a message from a group of higher dimensional beings channeled by Vicky Verley. For more channeled information, you may view Vicky's books, the Transmissions for Humanity series, available on Amazon. This is a message for all for the year of 2021. This is the year of the reckoning. The realizations are setting in. The realizations of a life well led, what really matters. What we hold dear to our heart and to our true soul song. A glimpse of the world to come. Many and more will hear the song of the One, singing out, calling from multi-dimensions. This is the time of the reckoning, the wisdom of the ages, the whispers of the soul. Écoutez, do you hear it? Yes, it is true, beckoning you to a grand destiny, a calling out from the highest expressions of your soul's being, the highest expressions of your evolutionary journey and all that entails. The wisdom of knowledge, grace, and deed. The wisdom of the elders, the sweetness of a babe. All are joined in the circle of life. Completion, accomplishment of a job well done. A shift in the tide, a turn of the page. The hands of the clock moving forward, blazing a new trail of enlightenment, love, and expansion. You have turned the corner onto a new path of human evolution. Exciting new pathways are being explored and illuminated. Head and heart, body and spirit, advancement in unity, all are available for expression and cohesion in harmonious balance. Do not lament for what has passed. Rejoice in the knowledge of the beautiful seed that is firmly rooted in the fertile soil of vastitude.
Oof, that was powerful. Good Lord. Good Lord, that hit home. Oof. You know, I had a situation yesterday. Wasn't feeling good. And all day. I just couldn't get over it. So sad. Now I'm thinking about my parents, you know, my dad. Day after Christmas, he told me that in 3 years, when he's 80, he's selling this place. He says, you know, you can't live there forever. I'm selling it in 3 years. Which is fine, you know, I'm hoping that way before then I'll be successful enough to, you know, to do what I want to do, which is have a facility of my own. But you know, my parents, gosh, they're the old generation now. They both have disease, you know, and I do natural healing, so I don't have disease. I could admit that, you know, I was under the weather the past couple of weeks, for several reasons, but you know, I don't have any disease. I don't have cancer. I don't have heart disease. I don't have high blood pressure or diabetes or anything like that. Overweight. But oh gosh, you know, I'm mad at them now, my parents. I really can't be because they're only human. But I'm still mad, you know, that they are human. I'm mad about that, you know, that I have to watch them suffer. And then, you know, one day they're not going to be here anymore. And it's one day sooner than later. You know, my dad, 80. That's well past the last half of his life. My mom, same thing. She's only 8 years younger than him, so she's over 70. You know, I get mad at them for acting like old people, which is people who are stuck in their ways, you know, and nervous and worried about everything and cranky about everything and nervous about everything. You know, my dad's cranky, my mom's nervous. It's because they're getting to that point, you know. It's like they got to be careful. But, you know, one of these days is going to be my day as well, so I just got to fight. I got to keep on fighting, and that's what God put me here for. It's become apparent now that I was put on this earth to fight the good fight. And that's by building Master Luki's League of Champions. I'm fighting against brain injury in martial arts. You know, by taking away head contact, by creating a point system for action instead of damage. I'm going to fix MMA and grappling to be more healthy, more of a healthy practice, instead of trying to hurt each other, trying to score points instead. And then, if I can spin off that into Master Luki brand nutrition, do what I can to fix the food system, you know, and by that, fix the medical system. If you talked to me yesterday, I would say it's silly and hopeless to even try. But today I got a little more fight left in me. You know, it's going to get stronger. And I'm going to learn from the mistakes that I made this past couple weeks and really, really do some damage this year. I swear to you. I have plans. I'm going to do something about it. I ain't going to go down without a fight. And God willing, we'll win this battle. For all people now, for all those who came before us, and all those who are coming up, for all time, we're going to win. Us. Master Luki, over and out.